Hey, how we doing, folks? Welcome to the Loser Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show, episode number 7.
We're keeping it rolling. We missed last week like a couple of schlubs, but
like a
we
couple
are
of
back.
losers. Yeah,
It is me, myself, Bo Bigelow, and my co-host Connor. How we doing today, Connor Kinsley?
dude, we're doing great. Like you said, sorry we missed last week. We were both just kind of
hung tits.
What?
Hungover. That's what me and my friends used to say in college. We'd be like, "Yo, I'm hung tits."
Yeah.
Kind of douchey, but
That's
I was
like
in a fraternity.
That's
college,
like earlier
so.
we were talking about Iran, and you were like, "Yeah, boots down." What'd you say?
I said, I meant to say boots on the ground, and I said boots down.
And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna boots the house down in Iran."
Boots the house down in Iran.
Dude, they're getting hella slay. They're voguing.
Yeah,
They're voguing in the Strait of Hormuz. They're like, yeah.
Yeah. And
And that would be the military if it was woke.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is going on in Iran right now? I'm kind of a little bit. I'm off the.
Well, we're going to cover it a little bit later,
Okay.
but we won, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that's good, right?
Yeah, we won it all.
Of course, the libs don't think that's good, probably.
But yeah, we won. We nuked them.
Okay.
The entire, it's actually gone from the map. If you go on Google Maps, it's just a big hole.
We didn't nuke them.
No, I'm kidding,
Okay.
Bo.
Okay.
I'm
so we didn't win.
kidding.
We didn't win.
No,
then.
we're
Fuck.
we're
For
still
a second
very
there, I was
much-
like, we beat them.
You were like, we did it?
Yeah.
No, we're very
No,
much
I've heard
not.
that war is not going so well.
Some call it unwinnable.
Yeah, right. And it's been that way. And it's almost like we shouldn't have gotten involved. But
yeah. And welcome to our news show. That's what we do now. We talk
Yes.
about the news.
I know we
gotta-
talk about the news.
We were talking about it earlier too. We got to get you on Fox.
We
dude.
could either sit here and I could go, "Hey Connor, how did you start your stand-up journey and what did you do? And when you were a young comic, who did you look up to?" No, because none of you guys fucking care about that. Let's be honest. And I
Yeah.
don't really give a shit either.
Yeah,
I know how to start stand-up. You want to start stand-up? Go ahead.
Yeah,
go to a
just do
dingy
it.
bar and just fucking talk.
Get on Kill Tony, dude.
Yeah.
Just say a minute
Get
of like
famous on Kill
literally,
Tony.
Literally, if you're watching and you want to get in comedy, sign up for Kill Tony. If you get picked, go up and go, "I don't really like black people." Mm-hmm. The arena erupts in laughter.
Or walk
You didn't
to
even
the
tell a
stage
joke.
with like a limp or something like that.
Yeah, or bring a gun or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
anything works, but don't actually do that. But
Yep.
no, we'll get into Iran later. But what else is going on? We'll cover that. We have a really good story loaded up about that later.
You know what happened to me 2 days ago that was really annoying?
What?
So the subways in Brooklyn are above ground and then they submerge when you go over to Manhattan. And it was raining the other day and I just got a cup of coconut water that I put in with ice and it was so good and I was so excited to dig into it. And then I was standing under the subway line and a bunch, like 3 droplets of gross, murky subway water dripped into my drink.
Loser.
That sucked.
Loser.
I spent $7 on that.
Oh my god.
There was a part of me that was like, should I just drink it anyways?
Yeah, that's
But
a
you
toughie.
can't. There's like rats running around and stuff like
No,
that.
that's how you get hantavirus.
Yeah, that's actually how COVID started, to tell you the truth.
That's how all of them started.
Yeah.
Because of Fauci.
Yeah, it was because of
Fauci-
rats and
yeah.
stuff like that. It definitely wasn't a government made.
No.
Are you kidding me? It's they're eating bats in China, right?
Yes.
That's
Look,
what they're eating.
we've all pled the fifth 100 times in court. Okay, let's not.
Are you kidding me?
Let's not act like we all haven't had that whoopsie moment. Come on,
Why would I
guys.
not plead the fifth? It's there, and it just wants me to do it.
Yeah, it's begging to be
Please
pled.
plead the fifth.
It's funny. I was camping. So part of the reason that we skipped the pod is because I was out in LA. I went camping in Joshua Tree. It was lit. But it was funny because while we were camping, one of my buddies who's like a little bit of like a hypochondriac, like he's always worried about like getting sick and viruses and stuff. He was talking about like there were chipmunks at our campsite and I was like, they're so cute. And I was like, we were like going to feed them. And he was like, don't get too close to the chipmunks. You might get hantavirus.
What?
And I was like, are you joking? And he was like, no. And I was like, buddy, in Joshua Tree, California, the high desert of California, there's no hantavirus here.
Right.
And he's like, no, there is. I'm like, no, you're
There's
telling
no-
me the chipmunks in the desert have hantavirus? What the fuck are you talking about?
My sister does things like that. She's really afraid of getting bed bugs, and it's just she's also a very clean human being, so
Yeah.
it's just not happening. She makes her husband at least once a week check their bedding for bed bugs.
Oh my God.
With no, like, it's not like, oh, she was at like a gross hotel, which she would never stay in because she's fucking bougie.
Yeah.
But just makes him check it every week just because she's not sleeping anywhere else. She's staying at like, It's so weird. I
Yeah,
don't
that's like
understand that.
obsessive behavior.
There are so many things that we do on a daily basis that we don't even realize that are disgusting, but it's just because we are monkeys with human brains that somehow allow us to function more cognitively than the average monkey.
Dude, like kissing a woman on the mouth.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Gross.
Eating pussy.
That's why I don't do either of those activities. I give them a firm handshake and then they're pregnant, I guess. I don't really, my dad never explained how that worked.
I don't eat pussy either.
No, I do actually.
Psych! If you're listening to this on the pod and you don't see the video, I'm crossing my fingers.
Psych!
Yeah. I've eaten a couple pusses in my lifetime.
Oh my God. And we're here, folks. Welcome to the show. I also have. And I enjoy
Really?
it. Yes.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes
Doesn't your dad listen to this show?
Sometimes it's like Joe's Crab Shack.
Oh, boy. Sometimes it's fried frog legs for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Doesn't your dad listen to
disgusting.
this?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what up, Pops?
I just have a bit where I talk about eating ass, and which I've actually never done. I just think.
Oh, you haven't?
I've never done that. The joke is funnier if I could just think of the grossest thing that I could think of.
You
for
haven't.
the punchline. No.
Bro, you haven't lived, bro.
Really?
I've done it.
Ew.
But listen.
That's where you shit.
I know, buddy. But also, but also, I'm not doing it with a stranger after like a night of clubbing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only time I've done it was like with my girlfriend, like a previous girlfriend, where we like, it was like put into the calendar. No, you meant to do this one.
How do you know which one I meant to do?
Well,
Maybe I was happy about it.
Oh. Yeah, thank you.
No, I meant to do
Applause for pleasing a woman the way she wants it. You fucking fascist.
No, I've yeah. You know what? That's if I take a girl home and she's like, "Will you go down on me?" I go.
You go, I don't really do that, but if you want to go down on me for like 3 hours.
No, I do that. If you're a woman listening to the pod, I'm actually great
You just
at
said
it.
doo-doo. Back to eating ass. Bingo.
What a great start to the pod. Really haven't discussed anything of
No, not at all.
topical importance.
And it's funny because before we started recording, we were going hard in the paint
I know,
on
we were
every
ripping
political topic. That's kind of how we warm up. But like, let's get it out of our system.
Yeah.
So that we could be nice and talk about eating ass while your dad listens on his drive to work.
Yes, exactly.
But
I do eat pussy sometimes because if you do it, probably will get something back in return. So I'm basically a narcissist. I only think about how things benefit me,
Yeah, you are.
It's
no,
like
you
if
are.
I do this for 5 minutes,
yeah.
she might do it for 10 minutes.
I love that's the math. You're like, well, it's like I'm going out of my way, and we can all agree that this is a weirder thing.
Yeah.
So I do 5,
I
and
do
then
think
you
it's-
do like half an hour.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
That's so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, folks.
Any whores listening to the pod? Just kidding.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm
You're
not
gonna
gonna do
ruin
it.
your chances
I
with the
don't
ladies
care.
who might actually like us. Dude,
Alright,
our last episode on YouTube got 38 views.
Ooh.
And we have like
Wait,
no subscribers.
No, there was one that got like 1,000 views or something.
No, that was a short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, guys, check out our
38
YouTube
views
if you
is
want to.
great.
We do this video, so
Yeah,
check
like
out YouTube.
you said, we don't have any subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Bingo.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. What's your story? I want to hear this. He's been excited to tell me. He said there's an amazing story that he wants to tell me.
Okay, so a really amazing one is later. That's when we do Loser of the Week.
Right.
This one's just my L for the week, but it is fun. I actually have 2 of them. So I went back to LA for Meatball Rollout, which is a show I do in LA. Had a great
follow
time.
that on Instagram.
Had an awesome time. So basically, this story is kind of like an L that turned into a dub, but it was an L for a bit. So we do our Meatball Rollout show, have a great time. After the show, we usually do like an after party. We just like drink and
So
stuff.
fun. I'm
so
jealous.
it's like a little while into the after party. I'm a little drunk. I'm a little high. I'm kind of crossed. I'm like not like fucked up, but
He's
I'm
on
like
cocaine, methamphetamine.
No.
You name it, he's on it.
I'm on. I did.
You're
lick,
high and drunk.
I did lick a frog.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
did
what
it. You
kind
did
of frog
lick a
it was.
It was just a normal frog. It wasn't one of those drug frogs.
No, it wasn't. I just like licking frogs
Yeah,
that I
because
find.
some girl came up and she'd be like, "It'd be so fucking hot if you licked that fucking frog on the floor."
And I go, baby.
Toad,
And I go, baby. If I'm licking anything tonight, it's this frog and nothing else because you're disgusting.
No, that's what I would say.
Yeah, that's what you would say. I'd rather lick a frog than you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. But anyways, so we're having this after party. Like I said, I'm a little cross, but I'm having a good time. So I'm not. My faculties are not all there, but I'm like not like fucked up.
Right.
But basically, what happens is the two guys I do the show with, one of their girlfriends comes up to me and is like, hey, like we're all really hungry. Can you go get Cane's?
Ooh, dude, have we talked about how much I like Cane's before?
I don't think we have. I love Cane's.
By far my favorite fast food chain.
I kind of agree, but they've been pissing me off lately.
Really? Okay.
Because the chicken's smaller.
Yep.
See, look, I'm your elder. Let me teach you something. The chicken used to be bigger. I don't know if you know this, but when I first got Cane's in like 2016 when I went to college at Chapman in Orange County.
Yeah.
And that was the first Cane's. I think that was
That's
like one of the
first
first
got Cane's when I
yeah,
was
that was one of the first
UVA.
Cane's they had in California, I think, was in Orange County. And so I'd never heard of it. We went and I was like, this is the best food ever. This is the best fast food. It's incredible. The chicken used to be substantially bigger. And now it's like little small fry tiny boy wings.
Ooh.
It's still good. Like
I don't know. Maybe that's California, man.
you're like, I mean,
That
state's
if you get
a
Cane's
mess.
in the South, ooh,
Is it bigger
mommy,
Mama.
mama. That's me to the Cane's employee, mama.
But so I don't know if you know the difference because it used to be bigger. And across the board,
I don't know.
I've never been to the South Cane's, but across the board, the chicken's got
What's
smaller.
your order? What do you get when you go there?
Bro, what's your... I get the chicken.
Oh, no,
What do
bro.
you
What do you mean?
mean?
Caniac combo, extra
Okay,
crispy
right.
fries. Exchange the coleslaw for an extra slice of toast.
Oh, okay. You're chefing it up a little.
Yeah. What do you? Or I'll get
It is
another
just
thing.
funny
I do
to
like
me.
the coleslaw, so I get
No,
another
it
coleslaw.
is
on
just
the
funny.
side.
You're like, oh, Buffalo Wild Wings. What do you get? I'm like, I get the wings, pal. No, but you're right. I usually sometimes I get
Some people don't get wings at Buffalo Wild.
some people get the salad.
Yeah. Fucking losers, vegans, kill yourself.
Bro, you're on one today.
No, vegans do piss me off.
But they're saving the planet, Bo, by drinking almond milk.
Oh, really? Because how many bees are killed a year?
Yeah. Do you know how much water it takes to grow one almond?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Enough to
they have
power
to kill
a data
and they have to
center.
like deforest places to
Yeah.
fucking like. It's all bullshit. Anyways,
Dude,
as you were saying,
actually, you're right. If we killed all the vegans, then we could power the data centers, no problem.
we could eat the vegans. I think that's a good idea.
Right, okay.
Why the fuck are
Now we're
vegans
talking.
alive? Let's just eat them.
And the thing
then
is, they're
guess
so
what? We could-
close to not being alive.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
Because they're malnourished because they don't
Yes.
have any red meat or anything flowing through the veins.
That's true.
See me, I'm a fucking. You see that?
Dude, we should get into politics.
See that shit. If you're listening and you can see I'm fucking jacked in the camera.
Dude, should we run?
I'm just kidding. I'm not. What?
Should we run for office?
Yeah.
For public office?
I think that's a great idea.
We've
It's
got some
awesome
good
when
ideas.
comedians who don't have a name for themselves and are absolute losers start to talk politics and create a podcast and then decide to run.
That is the next phase. You know this, right?
Yeah.
Like we already entered the phase of like comedian podcasters influencing politics. The next phase is they become the politicians. Like my boss, perhaps. He might become the governor of California someday.
I saw a video of some lady complaining and she was like, I'm so fucking sick. This is my woman voice. I'm so fucking sick of all these white dudes starting podcasts in their fucking homes and they were wearing flip-flops and they speak about the context of the world. And I was like, bet
Like, bet I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
I'm going to do that this week.
Yeah, you were listening to
Why
it like
is it
you were
you
listening
can
to
only speak about politics if you're a politician or like are into the news? Like no one wants to hear regular dudes' opinions on what's going on in the world anymore. But then no, I'm not going to go there. Continue the story about Cane's.
Yeah. No, but I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I see shirts where it's like arrest white men who start podcasts.
Yeah,
and
and
I'm
it's
like,
like-
hey, man.
Why? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and then you do like the classic conservative move. You're like, well, if the shirt said black,
Yeah, that's
you're
exactly.
like, well, that's not even the argument.
Exactly.
But anyways, Cane's has gotten smaller. I will die on that hill, but I still like it. But anyways, so I'm at this party after the show. Friend's girlfriend comes up and goes, "Hey, we're all hungry. Can you go get Cane's?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah," because like it was a short walk from the house, but the neighborhood is a little sketchy.
Why did she send you specifically to do it?
So that's wow.
It was weird.
Bo,
It's your
that's a great question.
I would never walk up to someone and be like, Daddy's a little parched. Can you go pick me up a Gatorade from the store nearby?
That's weird because that's exactly what you said to me before your show at New York Comedy Club.
What did I say?
No, I'm kidding.
No, I didn't.
I'm kidding.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, Bo, it's a comedy podcast. You're like, I did not.
I didn't do that.
No.
No, because you said it, and then I started thinking in my head, I was like, did I do that to him?
Yeah,
And
you're
I
like, was I so lost in just the stress of the
Yeah.
day that I did that? I should have said you did, but Anyways, so but that's a great question.
Yeah.
She came up. She's like, "Can you go get us Cane's? We're all really hungry." And I was kind of like, "Oh," but I wasn't really bothered. Like, and she's great. Like I love her.
See, that's the difference between you and me. I would have been really bothered.
Yeah,
Like that really would have gotten to me.
you'd
on
be
a
like,
level.
"Well, you're at my party.
Yeah.
I'm the man of the house. I think you should get the chicken."
Yeah.
But she's great. I love her. So I wasn't bothered. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go get Cane's, like
Right.
whatever. And I think she was like, we're
And
gonna.
you were coming off a high from.
Yeah, I was like,
crushing
and
it.
also like, it is fun to be at the after party. But I was like, honestly, I'll go walk. I'll smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
I'll kind of collect myself.
Yummy.
And she was like, we'll order it on the thing. You just go pick it up. I was like, oh yeah, sure, because the neighborhood's like a little sketchy, and I think she didn't want to go alone. And I was
What
like, sure.
area of town was it in?
It's like Central Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
It's just
So,
it
yeah,
gets a
that's
little
super
weird there.
sketchy.
Yeah. So she was like, can you go get the Cane's? I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. So I'm like leaving to go, and I'm not going to say any names here because I don't want to like put anyone out there. But
Right.
as I'm leaving to go, she's like, wait. She's like, but and this girl's going to go with you. And I was like, what? And this girl was like another friend, kind of in the friend group, but like
Interesting.
I don't know her super well, more of an acquaintance that I've
Good
just.
looking.
She's really hot.
Oh, okay.
And she's just like been around at some of the shows, but I didn't really know her super well at the time. Like I knew who she was, but we had never hung out. But the one friend, she was like, "Oh, but she's gonna go with you," and I was like, like I said, I was kind of drunk, I was like, what?" She's like, "Yeah, like she's gonna go with you because like buddy system," and I was like, "Oh, okay, like sure." And so like we're walking to Cane's, and I hadn't really talked to her too much ever, and she's like making a bunch of conversation with me, and I was like talking to her, but like I said, I was kind of like out of it, and I was like, why is she talking to me? Like we're walking to Cane's, I was just like, what is going on? And we get to Cane's, we're waiting for the food, and we're just like standing there, and like I'm looking over, and she's just like looking at me like really intensely, and I was like, I like literally in my head, I was like, what's happening? Like, am I getting set up for something? Like, is she gonna try to kill me? Like, what is happening? And then at one point, she's kind of like I look at her and I was like, why did she make us go together? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, to Cane's. Like, she asked me to go get Cane's, but then she was like, she has to go with you. I was like, why did she do that? And she's like, honestly, I asked her to set us up.
Wait, this is amazing.
Like, I know, like
I
said,
knew you were gonna say that, and I was hoping that was the.
I'm kind of just
Let's
hiding.
go.
I'm kind of just
See,
hiding
dreams
dubs.
do come true.
Dreams do come true. I'm kind of just hiding dubs in my stories.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And she was like, yeah, I asked her to set us up, and I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, like I came to the last show and I like thought you were really cute, but I didn't want to like say anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And it was like, it felt like so like, it was almost like middle school.
And you're attracted to her.
I am very.
Wow.
But it's almost like, like middle school, where, like back in middle school where like a friend would go up to you and be like, hey, my friend thinks you're cute. What do you think? And you'd be like, I guess she's kind of cute. And then she'd run back and be like, he thinks you're cute. And then like everyone knows.
Yeah, totally.
So it was one
and
of
you
those
know
things.
what's funny about men is like I feel like we have such a bad time picking up on social
I had
cues
no
because
idea.
I would have been so like I would have just like went with the girl and been like, oh yeah, I think she's hot. I probably won't like. I never really make a good move on people. Usually.
Exactly. That was my thinking.
Then she would have said that, and I'd be like, oh shit, you're into me. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay, I am too. Actually,
Yeah, let me turn it on.
Yeah.
But I was like,
and it's
so
such an obvious setup from the start.
No, it was so obvious, but I had no idea. That's why I was like loser moment. I had no idea. And when I think back on it, everyone was like watching as she asked me to go to Cane's. I was kind of like, I guess everyone just like wants me to leave and go to Cane's. I was like, was I weird? And that's why I mentioned I was kind of drunk. I was kind of high. I was like, was I being weird tonight? Mm-hmm. I'm like, is everyone just like, yeah, like have him go to Cane's? Like I was just kind of like, did I say something weird or did I like vomit on did I like pee on something? Did I spill a glass on a woman? Like I was like, everyone's like trying to get me out the door. And I was like, what the fuck is the vibe tonight? Like, why are they asking me to get the fucking Cane's? Like I was kind of just like, whatever. Yeah. And then they're like, she'll go with you. And I was like, okay. And so then we're sitting in the Cane's and she's like, I asked her to set us up. And I was like, and there's like, it's like, it feels like it's like Cane's at like midnight. It feels like a club.
Did you start like really spitting game? Because when I know a girl's into me, I become the most confident motherfucker.
Bro, I turned it on.
Universe.
Dude, on the walk there, I was probably talking about the news. I was like, you hear about what Fauci did?
Fucking pleading the fifth and shit like that.
I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. And she's like, yeah, so what do you do for fun? I was like, I just read the news, fucking Fauci. Yeah. I was just like being like a fucking weirdo. Yeah. And then once she's like says like I asked her to set us up, dude, the music in the Cane's comes up. It's like and I'm just like, yo. I was like, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
And then I start like spitting
It's
game.
like no, it's like the Kane's music is like Elvis is like, and I can't tell.
Falling
You just the whole fucking Canes clears out. You just start dipping and diving with her in the middle of the Canes.
just dipping into the sauce.
Yeah.
There's just I was just sauce.
You're
all
just
over.
covering her face.
She's like
in
putting. She has
sauce
like
and you're
sauce
licking
on
all
her
the
fingers,
sauce
and
up.
she's just like putting it in my mouth.
Yeah. You're putting sauce all over her ass, and you're just fucking.
You
said you like that.
I know, but that's it's just.
Oh, okay.
You said I like that. Yeah,
Oh.
eating ass with cane sauce. You mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
if I'm gonna eat ass, I'd probably rather there be a tasty sauce on it, because the sauce that it usually comes with is not great. It's bad sauce usually.
I'm gonna eat ass with cane sauce. Is that what you just said,
Dude,
Is that
why
what you
the
do in
fuck-
the South?
I love Cane's. Why the fuck would
That's
I
hilarious.
eat if I'm gonna eat butt?
bro? You're cooking
The
today.
sauce.
So no, I did not eat her ass with cane sauce on it. But perhaps if I go back and visit LA, we'll do it that time. But yeah, so we're in there. Like the club music's playing. My night has fully taken a
Now
180.
you're really dissecting it.
Well, but yeah, but like full 180. Because
She's like, "Are you gonna eat my ass?" You're like, "Get some sauce. Get
I
some
go,
Cane's out."
well, I got an extra cane. I did buy an extra cane sauce.
And I did get an extra Texas toast.
I
She's like, "What's the Texas toast for?" You're just shoving. No, okay. You ball it up.
Ew.
Texas toast. Dude.
No, I just use the toast as a sleeve, bro. Let's keep it warm. Dude, we're so disgusting.
disgusting.
Anyways, I hope she doesn't listen to this. That's why I'm not saying names. And I respect her and she's beautiful. Truly. But yeah, so like I said, it was a 180. Like I kind of went into it being like, I guess everyone's trying to like get rid of me tonight.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, I set us up. And I'm like, whoa. And then I think she could tell I started putting on the game because she kind of was like laughing. I was just like trying to like play. And then, but basically I was just like, oh. And then at one point we were talking and we're about to get our food. And then she's like, well, and I was like, well, that's like cool that like you wanted to set us up. I was like, I had no idea that you were even like interested in me or anything. And she's like, yeah, I just like, I don't know. Like I didn't want to like be weird or anything. And like, it's your show. I didn't want to like get in the way. I was like, no. And,
This is awesome.
No, it's incredible.
This is
it's
awesome.
this has never
This has
happened
happened to me like one time in my life.
But that's what I said. It's like middle school shit almost where it's
Yeah.
like, do you know that she likes you?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they all get you to like go sit at lunch together. They're like, we're all going to go sit at lunch. And then you go and no one else shows up and it's just you two.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is in the distance watching you like,
Oh,
are
it's
they going to kiss?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. I was like, I
Yeah.
felt like a kid. And I was in Canes. So then it took me back to like high school going to
Yeah.
Canes or college. But anyways, we're about to leave. And she was like, basically she was just like, hey, like if you want to come over tonight, you can come over. She just said that, like, shit, like, because I was kind of like, oh, I guess we'll just go back to the party and then maybe we'll like hang out sometime.
Oh yeah.
She's like, no, she's like, if you want to, because I was leaving like 2 days after. She's like, no, if you want to come over tonight, like, open invite, you can come hang. You can just.
And you deflowered her.
Oh, don't put no. I mean, no, but
Oh, like actually didn't.
well, no, but no, deflowering is when someone's like a virgin.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think she was.
Okay.
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay,
Bro, you had to make it weird, dog.
dude. Just wondering.
No, but yeah, and she was like, yeah, if you want to come back, you can. And I was like, well, yes, I will.
Why are you Tucker now?
I was like, well, actually,
No, you
like-
just said yes. You didn't go, well, yes, I will.
no, I did. I was like, actually, that sounds great.
But the Jews are.
I go, I mean, I have problems with the Jews, but you don't seem to be that, so we can have a great time tonight. I go, this is actually great. I mean, it's actually insane. She was absolutely blowing bubbles on it. I mean, it was
You love saying that when you
was
do
incredible.
Tucker, the bubbles thing.
I love, dude. That's so funny to me. The thought of
I've
Tucker
heard you-
talking about like getting a blowjob.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
is really
well,
funny.
She was absolutely blowing bubbles on it.
Wait, so that's a complete win then?
No, that's what I'm saying. It started
Yeah.
as an L, turned into a dub.
Yeah.
And she was like, you can just come over tonight. And so, yeah, we had a fantastic evening.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. to
And
be
it was
honest.
awesome. So that's like how I do this show.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I have an L, and then I like sneakily turn it into a dub, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm the fucking goat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then Bo tells his, and it's like genuinely just a tragic story.
Okay. Hey, let's.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not. And it's like, go fuck yourself.
You're like, hey, fuck
That's
you,
like the
pal.
fourth time on this episode I've said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in kind of a nasty mood.
I mean it.
I'm in kind of a nasty mood today. I'm fired up.
I get it, dude. I'm pissed off too. I'm habitually pissed off.
Yeah, you are kind of an angry
That's
guy.
I need to really fucking work on that. Because I come
But
off,
that's why you're so fucking
I was
funny,
talking
dude.
to Crystal the other day, and she was like, "You're so sweet." She was just showering the boy with compliments. I'm like, she's like, "Your style of stand up is like, it's so genuine and like it's goofy, and you're such a sweetheart." And I was like, it's so funny that she sees me as that, because I bitch to her about pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And I'm always bitching about shit. I should be here in my career. I should be doing this and doing this, and this person's pissing me off. And I'm like, I'm glad that that's not shining through my work.
Yeah.
Like, or sometimes it does, but
You mean like on stage?
so yeah. So boy, do I have a story for you.
Dude, I cannot wait to hear this.
And I know what your take on this play is. It's coming.
Oh,
It's coming. And
folks.
I have a new addition to this story.
Folks, we've been waiting
So
weeks for this story.
first of all, I wouldn't label myself as an angry drunk. I'm actually usually a very fun drunk.
That's a great way to start a story.
I am. Such a fun drunk. I fucking like, I'm a drunk I'll fucking like steal a city bike or
Yeah.
something like that. And
You
we'll
are
wheel
fun.
around, like, yeah. And I quit drinking recently, and I don't know how long it's going to be. I've been opening for Jeff Dye, and he stopped drinking 3 years ago. So he kind of inspired me a little bit, and he told me that he's been doing really well with it, and it has more energy throughout the day. So I was like, let me try it. I ruined my mother's birthday recently, so that's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
And I'll tell the story, and I'm not proud of it, and I'm apologize to every single one of my family members. So I know that this is bad. And I told Mo Musa this story the other day, another great comic friend of mine, and he said, "You're incredibly spoiled." And look, I'm a complete open book. I'm a spoiled motherfucker who grew up with a decent amount of money. We were not poor, and I have both parents in the household. There's very little heartache I've been in. My girlfriend in college cheated on me. That was really tough.
That sucks
But
a
it's
lot.
like anything in my life that's tough. It's like, ooh, like but see, you guys could watch this pod and be like, oh, he's such a prick for labeling that. No, there are some people who pretend to have a struggle growing up that just didn't.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
would I? Do I have a lot of money on me right now? No. My parents help me every now and then, but I'm mostly on my own. So right now I'm kind of poor, but I didn't have, like, I'm going to be okay. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, especially in New York, there are a lot of people in Brooklyn and in
I'm a spoiled
Yes.
brat.
But there's a lot of I'm just saying there's a lot of people in New York that are like creating these fucking fake backstories.
Fake
Like,
backstories.
well, I mean, I grew up kind of, and it's like, how do you live in a $5,000 apartment?
Yes. I always say I went from riches to rags.
Bingo. Heyo.
There you go. That's my comedic instinct. But
That's the joke.
so
kicking in.
I got told by my family members who were celebrating. This is a day after hosting my show Chuckle Fest, which I killed on. So
Yeah.
everyone's happy with me. And
Yeah,
my
you were
family.
up. Your whole family
Up.
came. You killed it.
We balled out.
It was awesome.
And my siblings were like, "Oh yeah, we're getting dinner for mom the next night and her birthday." And it was also my sister's birthday a day before, so it was like kind of a. And then my brother-in-law's birthday. It was like a lot of birthdays happening.
Yeah.
And I left my apartment late, and then the train ran incredibly late. So I was 40 minutes late to this dinner. And I walk in, and they're seated right in the front. Mind you, I just found out about that dinner 2 days ago, and apparently they had been texting it in our family group chat for a while. I don't check my family group chat. There's a lot of information that's being spread in there that I don't care about. And I hate saying that, but it's just
Yeah,
true.
it's just not relevant.
I just don't give a fuck about it.
Well, and like in your defense, you just did a massive show.
Yes, and
that
I was
takes like a lot of focus, and
a
you're
lot of
emailing people. And
stress, too.
yeah, that was your focus.
So I get there, and everyone's sitting there kind of looking at me, and I was lucky because I brought two things of flowers and 2 cards for my sister and my mom. So it kind of helped me settle in more, where people weren't as pissed off because they're like, oh, he made a little bit of an effort at least.
Yeah.
We're sitting there, and my best friend from Louisville, Kentucky, Jude, is in town, and I was supposed to go to a concert in Brooklyn with him and his sisters, and all of their friends are hot. So that's an addition. And to be honest, sorry, Jude, they're also hot. They're hot too. And that's okay. It's just some people say my sisters are hot. It's just something you have to live with, pal. But so I'm sitting there at the table, and my dad goes, "Okay, we're going to the play now." And I go, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second. Play? I don't think that I signed up for a play." All my sisters look at me and they go, "Yes, you did. We've been texting about it in the chat for weeks." for months. And my dad goes, yeah, you got to go. Well, we got you a ticket. And I'm kind of drunk at this point, and I'm tired from the night before. I got 5 hours of sleep. I'm also a nightmare to be around when I'm tired and hungry. I also, the restaurants, like, fucking dishes were like tiny. I barely ate any food. I'm still starving. I'm like thinking now, like, oh, I got to get popcorn at the movie theater to quench my hunger now. And so I look at them and I go, yeah, I'm not going to that. And my dad goes, they all stop. They're like, yeah, you are. It's mom's birthday. You're going. And I go, nope, I don't really want to go. I did the dinner. Feel like the dinner's enough. Mind you, we didn't do anything for my birthday last year. So I'm sitting there. That's kind of but you shouldn't have that. That's so fucking spoiled and rude.
Sure.
If I could go back in time, I would slap myself in the face and be like, what is wrong with you? Your mother is the best mother in the world. She does everything for you.
Of course.
She's your therapist. She's everything. But in the moment, I was just like, I have this terrible trait that I've been praying. I've been going to church lately, praying about, which is that once I piss people off, sometimes I just want to keep doing it because I'm like, it's already ruined. I already fucked up. So I'm just going to keep digging in.
Yeah, you're like,
That's a bad trait. Don't ever do that.
That
My
is
dad
like
goes,
the
you're
comedic
going.
instinct.
And I go, I don't want to fucking go. Fuck that. And then everyone's pissed at me. They're like, you're ruining mom's birthday, blah, blah. So I settled down and I'm like, we go around the table saying a fun memory we have, Mom. I did it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm sorry for bitching about the play. I think it's going to be a great night. But I can see that my sisters are not going to forget this because they don't. And I get that. I get why you guys didn't forget it. I'm walking over eggshells right now.
Yeah.
But then I'm just like, all right. And then they go, oh, it's this play about gay Lincoln. So they did a play about if Abraham Lincoln was gay.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sit there. Look, I'm an ally. My sister's gay. I love gay people.
You're really selling
Which is what, yeah. But I just don't think that that's an interesting, like an original thought. I said this to Konner. You could do that about any political figure. What if Gandhi was gay? What if George Washington? If Abe's gay, why aren't all of them gay? You know?
True.
I'd love to see fucking.
Dude, if Gandhi was gay, he would have been eaten.
Yeah, he definitely would have. I'd love to see Thomas Jefferson fucking sucking some cock, doing two ways, just two cocks in his face, cock in his butt. He's having a gangbang. You could do it about anybody if you think about it. You really could.
I think with Abe though, I think there's like some loose historical accounts that he had like really close friendships with men. Yeah. Which like isn't evidence that he was gay, but that's where like that idea comes from.
I have close relationships with men.
True. I love men.
I have very close relationships with gay men.
We sit and we talk about our feelings for hours.
Exactly. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
I still like pussy.
Brother, let's go.
More.
Just the
yes.
And that's
So I said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And they were like,
What the fuck? You can't say that. Fucking.
and the play is over.
And I get it. I'm being an asshole. I should have just fucking sat through it and been nice. So I get there and everyone's pissed at me. I'm being a prick. I go up to the bar and I get probably one of the biggest mugs just filled with Jack Daniels and Coke. And I get a peanut and I'm sitting there. No one else in my family got anything. I'm sitting there with this giant mug. My mom's like, what the fuck is wrong with you drinking right now? I'm like, hell yeah, brother. I can't sit through this. We get there and it's just Abe Lincoln just getting sucked off. And he's like, this is revolutionary. And he's like, 4 score. And he's just getting he's just getting slopped.
In the Oval Office, no less.
Yes. And everyone there is just laughing their butts off. Like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there and, I don't think the play was not funny necessarily. And I think part of my act now was to make it seem like I didn't like it. And I didn't.
Yeah. Well,
like
you said, like your instinct sometimes is to just dig in.
Mm-hmm. And
that's the comic in you.
I sat there like this. Where's the crickets?
Wait.
I really need to learn this sound.
Yeah.
Just straight face the whole time. So we leave the play.
Just sipping Jack Daniels.
I'm plastered now.
A Gaybraham Lincoln? That's what we're doing?
Gaybraham Lincoln.
That's what we're fucking doing now?
That's so cool.
I just love the idea of you standing up and you're like, you're ruining his legacy.
Yes.
He freed the slaves
Yes.
and now you're making it gay.
Yes, he did. I mean, the dude got assassinated. Give him a break. Okay? in a movie theater. John Wilkes Booth shot him in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And now his legacy is, oh, we're doing a Broadway play about me getting fucked.
Yeah.
But like, and so we leave the play.
To be fair, I think in the play, he's the one. I think he's a top.
Oh, yeah,
Which
you're right.
did make me happy.
Really? Did that change things?
Well,
Connor saw the play recently too, so we'll get
Yeah,
into
we'll get into my
Connor
thoughts
loved
on it.
So we leave the play, and everybody in my family is like, "Oh,
but wait,
my-"
real quick. I do think it helped that he was top.
Yeah.
Because you told me they're like, oh, like I didn't know this because I didn't really know anything about the show going into it.
Is
you were
Abe
like,
giving bottom or top though?
I think he's top. He's so
Yeah.
tall. He's got
Yeah,
the top
you're right.
hat too.
Yeah.
Bing, and that's a
Maybe he is gay. Wearing a top hat is a little.
You're like, actually, let's
Maybe
go back
maybe
on
I'm
this.
wrong about this take. But we leave the theater. I already know that I ruined the night.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I have this bad instinct where it's like, if I ruin it, I'm just gonna keep ruining it.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that. I'm probably gonna try therapy soon. I stopped drinking since I'm 2.5 weeks sober now.
Hey,
So,
genuinely,
yeah, that's the first time I've done that in forever.
good for you, man.
So we're outside, and my sisters are like, "Oh my god, that play was so fucking good! Like, I just so star." And then out of nowhere, I just go, "I have some thoughts on it," and everyone looks at me, and I go, "Yeah, that's the biggest heap of dog shit I've ever seen in my life." And then they start going, "Who the fuck are you? What do you know about comedy? You're not famous. You're not doing like that big of things right now. Like, she's a star, blah blah blah." And I go, "Yeah, she is." Talking about Meg Stalter. Meg Stalter's hilarious, by the way. But I said, whoever wrote that play it was bad. And that's the beauty of art, is I can critique it and still recognize that there's a fan base for it, like Connor.
Like this fucking liberal.
But so then I'm ruined the night. I'm sitting, my mom is like crying. She took me to a Dallas barbecue in New York to talk about like what's going on with me, because she thought that there was problems. And I order a plate of wings, and it's the biggest plate of buffalo wings I've ever seen. So I'm sitting there drunk, getting lectured by my parents about what a shithead I am, eating, just digging in on these wings because I was starving. Just digging, bro. Oh my God, they were fire. They're so good.
You're just covered in sauce, eating wings, and you're like,
Yeah. I know this is a long ass story, but there's another.
No, this is a really interesting story.
So after all this is said and done, I've been apologizing that whole week to everybody. I really do feel like shit about it. I'm really sorry. I go and open for my absolute homie, Jeff Dye. And I told him the story, and he was like, "Yeah, you're a shithead. You shouldn't treat your mother like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." But then he goes, "Honestly, though, fair take on the play." And I go, "I know, right?" And we did our final show that we did. My uncle and aunt live in Connecticut, and my parents went to Maine this weekend because they are vacationing. So my uncle, aunt, and my two parents came to the play. And then, like, I can notice, and it's the same thing that we do, like comics love it when other comics laugh at their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I would watch all of Jeff's sets. I'm truly such a fan, and like watching him, he's helped me so much, like understand bits and stuff. But I'm watching his play, and then randomly he mentions that my mom's in the crowd, and he just goes, "I heard that he told me the story of the Lincoln play, by the way." And it's so funny because he didn't even go into the story. So like none of the audience knew what he was talking about except for me. And he hears me just cracking up in the corner.
Yeah, it's fully for you and your mom.
Oh, it's so for me and my mom. And he was loving it, and I was loving it too. And then he's like, "Yeah, you know, I told him you can't treat your mom like that, etc." And like he does that spiel. And then he's like, "But to be fair, why should he have to enjoy that?" He goes, "Didn't you know he was going to not like that?" He goes, "It's gay Lincoln. Who gives a fuck?" Or something like that. And I'm cracking up. And then my parents get to meet Jeff afterwards, and we're just talking about this play for like 15 minutes with Jeff. And he's just being so funny and like really just like, "Yeah, why do we have to like things that like not every piece of art like you're going to enjoy?" And I agree with
fair.
that. I suddenly have to like things that I don't. It's just so funny to see him do stand up for only me and my parents and my aunt and uncle.
And like your mom, and like were they like laughing about it and stuff?
Yeah, they were cracking up.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
And that's honestly, that's like cool of him, because I feel like that's like a good way to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
Where it's like, obviously it sucks. You said, like you said, you're like, you didn't love the way you acted, but it's like you apologize. And then at the end, he kind of makes a nice joke about it, and you all laugh. And it's like, all right, there we go.
The other thing, he had a new joke that he tried about, I think it's called Robo Wars. It's like these little, battle bots. They're like little robots that fight in Las Vegas. And he went to a show and he had a couple jokes on it. And I don't think my mom knows what that is. And so she wasn't laughing. He points at her and he's like, Bo's mom has just no fucking idea what I'm talking about right now.
Yeah,
and he
most
starts,
of the crowd
and
is
my
like,
mom
what?
is like the most like least center of attention person. Like she gets embarrassed very quickly. So I just see her like light up when he says that. And she's like, he like explains it. He's basically doing stand up and like keeps referencing my mother in the crowd. And truly, it was amazing. Like
Yeah.
no one's ever done that to her, let alone like a complete professional comedian like himself.
Yeah.
It was great, dude.
Yeah, and he kind of helped. He made it. Now it's like a funny story.
Yes.
You can laugh
Well,
at
he
it.
said that. We were talking about that. Like anything that you do in life that's awful, as long as like you get over it and do your apologies, they make for pretty funny stories. And
Yeah. I mean, why do you think there's so many jokes about Hitler?
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's a bad example.
So what's your
but-
take on this play, Connor?
Okay, my take, and it was so funny because I went and saw it. I got gifted tickets to go see it, so
Right.
I didn't like go. I didn't go like get tickets.
Shout
'cause
out
you
Timmy
saw it.
D.
Yes, my friend gave me tickets, which was awesome. And I took some friends to go see it, and it's so funny because immediately afterwards I posted a story. I was like, "This was great." You responded like so quickly, and
Yeah,
you
in
were
like
like,
5 minutes, I was like, oh, what the fuck is he talking about?
you were like, bro, no way. But here's the thing. I will say, is it the most well-written play? No.
Yeah.
On paper, it's not the funniest play, but I feel like Meg Stalter is so ridiculous that she makes it funny.
I actually don't disagree with
I
that.
feel like the
She's a
character-
her acting in that was incredible.
Yes, and it's like, is she? I don't even know if she's the best actress of all time in the sense that like, I don't know if she would, dramatically do well in other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I feel like the show hinges on whoever is playing Mary being like hilarious.
Right.
Because another friend of mine said they saw the show a different time and that it was like an understudy that night. And they were like, honestly, it was kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Because like the play itself the writing isn't like the funniest. It's not the most clever stuff.
Yeah.
But the reason I liked it is even like Abraham Lincoln being gay and black, I didn't really care. I was like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because like it's so non-historical.
I didn't care either. I'm just like, I don't know why. Like that was my own. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't understand the concept. Like,
Well,
it was just,
I would equate it to a similar thing that bothered me a little bit is like where it's like the cast of Hamilton.
yeah,
Where it's like Hamilton is like he's like Hispanic or something, and then like Andrew Thomas, it's like he's black, he's Hispanic.
yeah.
which
Hamilton
is like
sucking dick.
and here's the thing. My issue with it is that like with Oh Mary, it's so over the top ridiculous that it's like none of this is that historical, so it's fine.
yeah,
A show like Hamilton, for example, it like they're saying like, oh, Hamilton himself is like it's played by a Hispanic guy, he's a black guy, and then a lot of the show is kind of talking about this theme that like Hamilton was an immigrant and he came to this country like the immigrants
Right.
and he made this life. The problem, and my brother told me about this because he's like a very much a historian type of guy. The problem with that take, trying to like rewrite the history of Hamilton, that it's like he loved immigrants. No, he kind of wasn't. Like
Right.
his history is that he was born in like fucking like Havana or something on like a plantation colony.
yeah,
But his bloodline and like where he comes from is like European. He was just born on this plantation colony, came to America technically as an immigrant, but there were like documented things that he wrote and talked about where he was not like pro-immigration. Like
Yeah.
he came to the country
None of
as
them
an immigrant
probably were.
technically, but then immediately turned around and was like, yeah, we don't want all these like immigrants ruining the country.
yeah.
That was like his take on it.
Been a take clearly for a lot of years.
I mean, that's like there's so many Hispanics in California that are like that, like elderly Hispanic
oh yeah,
dudes
a
that
lot
are
of
conservative.
Hispanics vote for Trump. To be honest,
that they came over and then they're like, immediately they turn around, they're like, yeah, but we don't want them here, which is crazy to do that. But that's my thing is it's like if you're trying to go for this historical angle like Hamilton did, but then you're trying to rewrite the history of it, that is like Hamilton was this like champion for immigrants. It's like he actually historically was not.
Well, it is funny.
So
and
that's my issue.
on the right and the left. It's like the left is always like, well, there's so much stuff we teach in like schools, whether it's Thanksgiving, and we covered that a week ago. That is like not really historically accurate, and it's like that's actually true. I agree with you guys on that. But then the left goes back and they're like, yeah, like there was a movie where they casted a woman to play a male character who invented something. I think they did a movie about the Wright brothers where it was a woman, and you're like, that's actually not what happened either, though.
Yeah.
Like let's not
Yeah,
muddy
like
the water.
More like the left sisters.
Yeah.
Bingo!
More like that's so stupid.
That is very dumb.
The Left sisters, man. No, the Left sisters were at home.
They were at home.
But yeah, I don't
But
know.
anyways, so that's like part of my take. But in terms of Oh Mary, I liked it. I didn't care about any of the other stuff. And
I get that.
Specifically, I thought Meg Stalter was so funny. And I had seen her once before in LA at a Largo show where it was just her solo show. And I didn't really like it. Because like she was clearly up there. There wasn't really like a structure to the show. She was like doing like weird improv stuff. The room was clearly all of her fans. So they were kind of just laughing at everything she did. But a lot of the show, I was kind of like, it just felt like there was no direction to it. And I kind of left being like, she's clearly like kind of funny and has some talent, but like I didn't love it.
Right.
So I'm not like some like Meg Stalter super fan. So I went into this being like, we'll see how she does. I thought she was hilarious.
Yeah.
When there's more of a structure to it, she fit in perfectly. She was so crazy. And I like her specifically because to me, the character that she's doing is like a theater kid.
Yeah.
Like, because her
I
whole
think that's
vibe
what
is
annoyed
like,
me about her in that play. I feel like,
yes.
because I think your take, correct me if I'm wrong, is that she like was like doing a character about like those annoying theater people.
Yeah. She's like,
But
I like
just took
wanting
it
to be
as she
famous.
is an annoying theater
She
person.
probably is. It's
But
probably
I
a
don't
case.
hate Meg Stalter. I think she's incredibly talented.
I just like it because I grew up with so many of those type of people, especially women in theater when I did it in high school,
Right.
that were like super obnoxious, all thought they were going to be a star, treated everyone around them like shit, like
Right.
was just like bitchy and sassy and like thought they were like God's gift to the world.
Absolutely.
So seeing Meg up there doing that character and like making fun of herself,
Yeah.
I was like, this is great. I love this because I grew up with girls just like her in theater that were the worst people ever.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
to me, I was like, that's why I like the show.
I didn't like the show because my sisters liked it.
Like, I didn't like it purely on principle.
No, I can see that point of view. It was not for me, but
Totally.
but there's plenty of comedy stuff that are not for me that crush.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I could go on for days and days about that. I have a specific thing that I like, which is when guys on Kill Tony go up and are racist, and it's like that's what I like.
You're like, this is great.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, I
hate
want
that.
this forever. No, I
Yeah.
also don't like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm like between those. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't love everything that's like a Meg Stalter type of thing.
No.
I don't love all of that. And I also don't love Kill Tony.
No, me neither.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
And people don't like that. You're like, oh, I'm kind of a centrist. They're like, oh, really?
I love edgy comedy when it's good. It's great.
Yeah.
There's plenty. Shane Gillis is edgy. I think he's amazing.
Yes.
He
Tyre
has
season 3.
very,
I'm
very funny
watching. I love
jokes.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I need to watch it. Everyone's
But
been talking about
let's.
that lately.
You want to move to Loser of the Week?
Yes. Yeah.
But thank you for sharing.
Yes.
That's like, I really enjoyed hearing that whole story about that.
Thanks, brother.
And it's like, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes, but it sounds like your family's chill with it now.
Yeah.
Jeff made some funny jokes about it. You're all good.
Yeah, I love Jeff.
So, folks, those are our L's of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the easiest. I just got laid in the easiest way possible.
Yeah.
And you
And
had
I
a complete rupture with your family.
Yes, and I completely turned public opinion against me in regard to my family. Private opinion, I guess, since
Yeah.
it's just between us. But
Yes.
and I blame the restaurant for that because everyone knows that you're not you when you're hungry. And let me tell you,
True.
those plates were small.
They're trying to do like the tiny little
I
like
hated that.
cutesy, like, oh, it's a cracker with like fish eggs
Yeah, and
on
I'm like,
it.
no. Give me fucking a giant thing of pasta so I
Yeah,
can
give
get over
me
this
a
hangover.
freaking hamburger.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we do Loser of the Week?
Yes.
Bingo. Okay, we have like some like news story type ones, but I might just have to tell you about this.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. I told you this before the pod. I didn't tell you what it was, but I was like, this is one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. So my buddy, actually one of the people, I think he was one of the guys I saw the show with. After the show, we're at a bar just like hanging out, and he tells me this story. He's like, dude, guess what I heard? So this was a friend of his that went to a wedding, and they're at the wedding for the weekend, and the woman who is going to get married, they're doing a bachelorette party for her. And they're at this like bar or something, and she's basically saying like, this is the last night I have before I'm like married for the rest of my life. I kind of want to get wild tonight. Kind of want to get some dick. She's like, she basically is just like, I just want to hook up with a dude or something. I kind of want to get some dick.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have like a stripper or anything like that. But one of the girls is like, hey, I've heard that this bar has a glory hole in the bathroom, in the men's bathroom. So she's like, if you want, you can go into there. And the girl who was like the bride was like, no, that sounds kind of wild. Like,
The bride is the one that wanted some dick?
Yes. Before she got
This is
married the next
horrible.
day. I know. Before she was getting married the next day, she's like, I kind of want to get a little wild tonight. So her friend says, hey, there's a glory hole here. She goes, I mean, I've never done that. Like, why not? Let's get crazy, girls. So I'm sure she like takes a shot or whatever. And I mean, you're not even prepared for where this goes.
This is already horrible.
No, I
She's
know.
cheating on her husband.
Buddy, just you wait.
Oh,
So she
man.
goes into the bathroom and goes, I guess there's like a protocol to how glory holes work, but like goes into the stall that has it. And her friend was like, yeah, you go in there and you just wait. And if someone comes in, they'll like knock or whatever. So she's in there like waiting, and then someone knocks. And I guess she like knocks back or whatever to like signal whatever. So guy puts his, dick through
His
the glory hole.
Johnson.
Puts his Johnson & Johnson, brought to you by Pfizer, puts it through the hole. And she's like, whoa. She starts like sucking this stranger's dick.
That is incredibly insanitary too.
No, it's like even just the start of the story is crazy. It's like you're doing this before your wedding.
She's like a bad person.
Oh, dude, and this is how I know karma is real. She's in the bathroom doing the thing. Apparently, the guy busts on her face
She
pretty much.
also can't see the guy, so she doesn't know if he's like hideous.
Just
I'm sorry. I keep
No,
like,
but I love this.
The story is so nuts that I'm
no.
like,
So she's doing this. Guy like basically just I'm sorry to be gross, but comes on her face.
yeah.
And so
The guy jizzes on her fucking face.
apparently, like what when you're in a glory hole, apparently the person who's getting it like once they're done, you're supposed to wait for the person who just sucked you off. Pretty much, you're supposed to wait inside the stall for them to like clean themselves up and leave, and then you leave to keep it anonymous. So she gets up to leave and like try to go clean up. The guy immediately gets out. They come face to face, and it is her father. Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
There's no way this happened.
No, this I was told that this happened. My friend was like it was a friend of a friend, but they're like they just went to this wedding and they told me that this happened. And it like the wedding was canceled. The family completely like it was a rupture in the family, the wedding canceled, everything. It was like it was just ruined.
This is better than Gay Lincoln.
Yeah, you're like
I would watch this.
This is a dramatic play that I would watch on Broadway, right? You could set up the stage. You could like do a dramatic thing where it's like the stalls,
Yes.
and then you could do like a dance number where like the stalls spin, and like the glory, like they come out, like they poke their head out, and they're like da 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 da.
Da-da-da-da.
We should write that play.
Oh my God. What did she do? Like, is that it?
I mean, she probably killed her. I don't know. She probably blew her head off.
What do you do if you blow your dad?
I think, like I said, it's just the wedding was canceled. The family, I think she like moved. I mean, she probably went to go like work on an oil rig in Alaska. That's like the only thing you can do.
Would the wedding not have been canceled if it wasn't her dad?
Probably.
Because, like, I'm sorry. I'm just going to be honest. If I blew my dad by accident, I would not tell a soul.
Yeah, you would think.
I would just keep on. I'd look at him and I'd be like, Dad, we can't tell anyone that I blew you.
Yeah, you would think that they would have just had the solidarity of like, we're taking this to the grave.
Yeah.
Apparently, I forgot to add this. Apparently, she ran out of the bathroom and was like, I think she was in such shock. She ran out of the bathroom and was like, I just sucked my dad's dick, and like probably still had like cum on her face.
Oh my God.
This is. I'm sorry for the listeners.
Yeah,
this is
that's
so
like
nasty.
That's like her future sister.
Right. That's her sister.
She wipes it off. She's like,
Dude, for the listeners, this is a
disgusting.
nasty story, but we're so deep into the pod. If you're still here, you're ready for this.
that's not the biggest loser of the week. That's the loser of the year.
That's like the loser of
That's
all.
the loser of eternity.
That's like loser on like a biblical level.
Yes,
that's like
because it's
Shakespearean.
not only were you thinking about cheating on your future husband, but you got so played that it was your father.
Also, put the mic. Make sure you.
There's nothing that you could Oh my, like I'm actually like gonna throw up. I'm so disgusted.
I know. I was almost debating whether or not to tell you this on the pod,
Yeah.
but I was like, I just have to tell someone.
She couldn't recognize her dad's dick?
See, that's that's an interesting
No,
question.
you can't recognize your,
but no,
your father's
you
dick.
wouldn't. You wouldn't be
You
like.
could give me a photo of like 10 dicks and I wouldn't know which one's my dad.
Well, I'm glad that you admitted that.
Yes, which shows you that me and my dad don't do weird shit together.
But
like
it also depends on the array of dicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they're all like different races,
Yeah.
you'd be like, well.
But no,
I mean, I
just
think the
give me
white
10
one-
white cocks on a whiteboard and I would have no fucking clue.
Yeah, you wouldn't be like, oh, the skin tone.
I
on
hope
that
I
one.
wouldn't know. If I knew, if I knew, that would be a problem.
Or it would just be like it'd be like your genetic, like instinctual.
Yeah.
Like you'd be drawn to that photo.
Right.
Not in like a gay way. Not, hey, hold on.
You know what's interesting about this story is if you're in a glory hole, can you hear the person behind the glory hole? Because like she couldn't tell that it was her dad's voice being.
Well,
like,
he might not have been talking at all.
Right.
I don't
He's
think-
a silent comer.
I think the protocol is you're not like saying like, hey, how you doing? You're not like, hey, like I'm from LA or like,
Right.
hey, I'm from like Minnetonka. Like, what's your name? Like you're just
And she's like, Minnetonka. I'm also from Minnetonka.
wow. And he's like, oh, I'm about to.
Yeah. And she's like, what do you do? She's jerking him off. And she's like,
Yeah.
what do you do in Minnetonka? He's like, I'm an accountant. And she's like, oh, interesting. My dad was an accountant. Oh, wait
Yeah,
a
she's
second.
talking about. She's
Yeah.
like, that's funny. My dad's an accountant.
Yeah. She's, where do you live? Oh, 23 Forbes Street.
That's where
Wait
my dad
a
lives.
second. Wait a second. Is this my fucking dad?
Dad, is that you?
Dad, get it. It's like a weird episode of Scooby-Doo.
No, it's like.
Fuck.
No, that would be like some weird.
I was blowing my dad.
Yeah, that's some like weird episode of like that 70s show that never aired. Where it's
Yeah.
like, Red, is that you?
Yeah, and he's like, I'm sorry, sweetie.
Eric. Dumbass. You're sucking me off, dumbass.
This is my dad. Oh, Dad. Let's never ever fucking talk about this again.
That's what you would think, is
I would
never
go.
speak of
We
this.
would have to buy 2 pistols and go 1, 2, 3 and stand in front of each other.
Yeah, I would
like
maybe
that
have to
old
kill my
Gerard
dad.
Carmichael movie.
Dude, yes. Dude,
do you remember that movie? That movie's great, actually.
Which one?
With Gerard Carmichael, where they're like suicidal and they want to, but like they like go on a journey together.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, okay, it's great.
I'll have to check it out. But no, you really made a great point when you were like, this should be the Broadway show.
Yeah.
It's like Shakespearean.
Yeah,
Like it's
it
like
is. It's like a modern Othello.
sure. I've never seen it.
But everything ends.
similar?
It's a tragic story.
It's
'cause
more. Well, it's like a Romeo and Juliet
you
almost
could
because
have
they
a
would
lead
kill you.
up.
Well, it'd be like Romeo and Juliet because they would kill themselves,
Right, exactly.
and not out of like love. It's like they're out of just pure shame.
She's like, oh, I suck my dad's dick.
And then he's like, "Well, I might as well
Might as well what?
kill himself."
Oh, okay. My mind went to it.
Oh man, that's what happens when you start telling nasty stories. But yeah, it's so that's my tale. That is a loser of.
That's the worst story I've ever heard, and I almost wish that you didn't tell me. But it's pretty funny if you ask me.
I think it's good radio.
It's
or
good radio
pod.
because if anyone's blowing their dad on the pod, definitely give us some comments on YouTube.
Yeah, let us know what you think about that, guys. We'd love to hear your take.
Yeah, that's maybe the first consensual blowing of a dad in the history of dad blows.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Because like most
well,
people blow their dad and it's forceful, but this is like, oh, we actually were both in. That's what would freak her out almost more. It's like,
Yeah.
I was kind of into this for a little bit.
yeah, I think that's why you would just. That's why it ruins everything.
Yeah. So
'Cause it's not even like it's just a stranger. It would have been better if it was her husband, if it was the groom.
no, it wouldn't, because then you're like, oh, if you were gonna do that with some other.
Well, sure, but it objectively it's better.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it's so much because still
Yeah.
he's like, you were cheating on me, and she's like, you were cheating on me, and it's like, hey, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like the Spider-Man movie where they're both like pointing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
What's that
That's
Zendaya movie with Rob
infinitely-
Pattinson?
Which one? Oh,
new
the
one?
drama.
Yeah, that's the drama where they're like, what's the worst thing you've done in your life? And she's like, well, I blew my dad. And that stupid fucking annoying lady would have been like, that's fine. We all blow our
yeah, the
dads.
one
but then
Hines sister?
Zendaya says that she went through a childhood traumatic experience where she felt like she was so worthless to the world, where she needs to maybe cause harm. And it was an extremely hard thing for her to go through. And she has reconciled with it. And the moment anyone showed her a single ounce of kindness, she changed her opinion on it. And that girl was sitting in the corner like, fuck you. No.
Yeah, the
that's my
Hines
take
sister.
on that movie. By the way,
I think it
what a
would've-
dumb. If someone sat there told me that they were so distressed in their life that they felt the need to cause harm to others and somehow broke that spell, I would go, that is so fucking traumatic. Can we talk about it? I'm
Yeah.
so sorry that you had to go through that. That's so weird that you felt the need to do that. But it's like now, with years of, I'm so happy that you didn't do it. And in the drama, the other characters are like, oh, fuck you, Zendaya. Fuck you. And her husband abandons her for a slight period of time.
Yeah.
What? If someone sat there and said they blew their dad, I would be like, ew, icky.
See, that would have made the movie better.
Yeah.
If that was the drama.
If the drama was some girl being like,
She's
yeah,
like, well, one time I just
Blew
it was a
my
crazy bachelorette weekend,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Yep.
Rob Pattinson sitting there like,
He's like, what?
somebody get these beggars out of here. Yeah, that's so that's the tale.
Yeah.
It's the grossest story I've ever heard, and I wanted you to hear
That's
it.
more of a Twilight movie plot with Rob Pattinson.
Yeah.
Where he's like a sexy vampire. Because they were doing weird shit in that movie. He's like,
True.
"Yeah, I blew my dad back in the day.
Yeah, he's like back in the 1700s.
That's how I got a taste for blood and cum."
Okay.
Never mind.
So that's loser of the week number 1.
Yes.
And I think this next one we can probably end on this one.
No, we're ripping AOC. I got to talk
Okay, fine.
about
We'll
it.
rip
And
AOC.
I'm going to be super pro AOC in this one because...
You want to start with that?
Yeah, sure. So I don't have a video clip, but AOC's freezing her eggs.
Yes, I have heard about
And
this.
Republicans have a problem with it. I don't really know why. Very confusing to me. Honestly, as somebody that doesn't agree with a single statement AOC does, I've actually met her. She's incredibly kind to me the time that I met her. And I feel terrible for her that she's going through a breakup with her fiance. And to top all of this off, it's pretty awesome that she wants to have children someday. I pride her on that. And she's freezing her eggs because she wants to have kids and she's 35. So, as we know with women, there's a time period where they can't have kids anymore.
Yeah.
And everyone is like freaking out about it. I think it's pretty cool that she's live streaming it too, because it's something that I feel like a lot of women probably don't like to speak about a lot.
Yeah.
For who knows what reason. And I have no problem with it. And I'm happy for you, AOC. Now, we live in such an amazing country with great hospitals, et cetera, where you are offered the ability to do that. You might not recognize that, but I think you should totally be able to have kids. And you've been a busy person your whole life, and you've done some tremendous, had a cool career in certain ways.
Yeah.
And I pride you on it.
Wow.
I pride AOC on that.
That is very measured.
Go freeze your eggs if you want to have kids. I'm happy for you if you have children.
Yeah.
You make a lot of money.
Well, yeah, and she's like trying to
because
be,
you probably insider trade, but
she's probably the only one who doesn't
who doesn't what?
inside trade. There's so many fucking
You don't
Congress
think
people
she
that
does?
do
I
that.
feel like she probably does.
I don't really know, but
You could be right.
I think no, I agree with
She
you.
stands she stands by her beliefs sometimes with certain things. It was pretty funny when she wore that really expensive dress that said "tax the rich." That was like a $50,000 dress to the Met Gala. By the way, in front of a bunch of rich people who don't pay taxes.
Yes.
But to each his own.
I mean, yeah, and she is walking back some of her stuff on like abolish the police and the jail system.
Yeah, because she's running for president. That's what they all do.
yeah, exactly.
We all stand on business until you want a couple votes from the right.
Yeah. And
By the
that's-
way, no one on the right is going to vote for you. So if Democrats
not.
are smart, you vote for somebody like John Ossoff, who has incredibly democratic views on certain things, whether it's healthcare, but never said abolish the police or anything like that. Somebody that I would definitely vote for, and I hope he runs, and I hope he has a good campaign.
Yeah, I think for her it's tough because she is like on certain things she is so left that a lot of like more central Democrats aren't going to vote for her, like older
Yeah.
people, and it's tough because it's going to split the party. And then you have Trump probably running again,
He's not going to.
but he
I don't
keeps
know.
making jokes that he's going to.
I know.
Like he
But he
posted,
also loves stirring the
he
pot.
posted something with his hat where it says 28 and it says like I'll be back.
Whoa.
It said Trump 20. He posted that like 4 days ago.
Whoa.
And it was like one of those like dramatic like mogging photos.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll be back, and you're like
It's like,
Jesus.
fuck yeah.
But no, I think it's cool. I mean, yeah, she should be able to freeze her eggs. She's trying to be president.
Yes.
She's got a lot to handle right
That's
now.
like that. Another thing. Conservatives are like, oh, she was a fucking dumb bartender back then. That's exactly what I love about America.
Yeah.
Is that, and she was a bartender and now she's in Congress. Why do Republicans feel the need to make fun of her for that? That's an incredible American success story.
Yeah.
Somebody that worked lower
That's such a
income
good
jobs
point.
that's has said, you know what? I want to work in Congress and I want to figure out how to campaign, blah, blah, blah. Now, she probably wouldn't think, she would be like, oh, the system is rigged, blah, blah, blah. It's amazing. I think that's an incredible thing that you were a bartender at one point.
You know, it is amazing.
As a bartender,
Yeah,
who wants to be something
and
one
that's
day.
where like I feel like a lot of like conservatives really lose the plot and lose
Yes.
people is when they start being like, oh, like this person running for Congress, they're just a chef who goes to night school,
Yes.
and you're like, no, that's
you're like, that's
like
it.
half of the country.
And how about how fucking cool it is to be a chef going to night school who goes, oh, wait a second, our system's set up to where I can actually run if I want to.
Yes,
That doesn't make you a dumbass to be a chef going to night school, just as doesn't make you a dumbass to be a bartender.
yeah.
Just as if you're two white guys who want to start a podcast and speak on shit like this,
American
doesn't make you a dumbass.
Dream. I know we are dumbasses.
Yes, you're
but
right.
We're talking about blowing your dad. Our big bit of the show was like, if you put 10 dicks in
I
front of
wonder
you,
if my dad's still getting. No, I'm just kidding.
bro, you know
No
he's
shot.
he's cracking up right now in the car. Let's go.
No, he's gonna call me and be like, "What the fuck are you talking
Like,
about?"
I
on
need
this
you to
one?"
never do that podcast again. No, I'm with you. I think she. I mean, yeah, it's not even a question of should she be able to do that. It's just it's a thing of like there's this weird obsession with her where like so many conservative people are like commenting on her looks and like
Right.
what she's doing, the choices, and it's like this shouldn't even be part of the conversation.
Yes, she's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, she's an attractive woman.
Conservatives get weird with that too. They're like, "Oh, I'm a big titty Latina." It's like you shouldn't say things like that.
Well, yeah,
about
it's
someone.
like it's for and we're gonna go NPR for a moment here.
Yes,
but
we
it's,
are
it
going
is
a little NPR,
but that's
but
fine.
it's
But
all
it's I just think it's very reductive
it is.
to discuss her body.
Yes,
And yes, she is a Latina and she is beautiful.
yes.
But I don't think that should be the central talking point. I think
Yes.
she has so many policies.
By the way,
we
calling
could
someone
discuss.
beautiful is a good way of saying it. She is beautiful. I don't need to be like, she's got a fat ass, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, I think when people call her a big booty Latina, I think it's
Yes.
actually disrespectful.
I think it's
And I
disrespectful
don't think
as
it
well.
advances the political discussion in a productive
I
way.
think it's disrespectful. Now, if I got on stage and I said she's a big booty Latina, that's different because I'm a comedian. So I'm actively
of
trying to
course.
push that.
Now,
But
now if I met her at an event and she wanted to
Yes.
do a lunch outing with me, I would do that.
yes,
But I'm not going to comment
yes.
on the circumference of her rear end. I think
No.
that's disrespectful. And
I
while
think
it
it
is
is too.
big and
beautiful.
objectively it's nice.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good thing to comment on.
Right.
And I do think Latina women they're very pretty.
On the
But it's
contrary.
not, It's
Though,
the
if I
bit
was-
there is NPR guy who clearly wants to fuck
Yes,
AOC.
and he's trying to play it off. Well, I would say this: if I were in Congress and everyone was like, "Ooh, big dick white dude," I'd be like, "Fuck yeah." That's the difference between men and women because we never get catcalled. So when someone does it to us, we're like, "Hell yeah!"
You'd be
Some
helicoptering
girl
in
called me
Congress.
hot one time. I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Oh, who's this fucking guy from New Jersey? He's just a stupid congressman, big dick Bo. He's got that big cock and he's super hot. I'd be like, keep it going, fellas, because it's only fellas saying that.
yeah. Because that would definitely be the coverage.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah, they only do that for just like a sexy women in Congress. They don't do that for dudes.
Yeah. Like, is there any sexy dudes in Congress right now?
Well, that's also the problem is that there are none.
They're
all like 80. They're
There's
just
got to be one or
geriatric.
two good-looking guys.
I'm sure there are.
Think about it for 2 seconds.
I feel like there's like some guy who like spoke to Clavicular and everyone was like, oh, we mogged him. But I think that was a judge.
I feel like Matt Gaetz isn't hideous, but he's also a pedophile, so like he can't get that treatment.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay, let's go to. You want to do next loser of the week?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is
That was a winner of the week, by the way.
winner of the week. AOC, do whatever you
Winner
want.
of the week. Freeze your eggs, man. Have kids.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Don't let people
Run
get
for
you-
president. Just don't win.
Yeah, don't let people bring you down. Okay, so this next one, and we'll probably close on this. This is so basically, I'll just like preface this by saying, obviously the Iran war is going on. We all know this. A recent story that popped up was that on one of the ships out there that's like stationed out there called the USS Abraham Lincoln, apparently sailors
And
on
once
board.
again, that's Abraham Lincoln, not gay Abraham.
Yeah,
Lincoln.
this is not the USS
This
Gaybraham
is the straight
Lincoln.
one. That
This is the USS Abraham Lincoln, straight white American. So there men on this ship. There's been a few cases where they were jumping overboard,
wowza.
basically to like try to kill themselves or like escape and swim away because their deployment has been extended. Like they left November of last year. And they were out, and it was supposed to end in May, but then they were like, actually, we're going to keep them there, and they never specified when it was going to end.
And they were on a ship the whole time.
And they were on the ship the entire time over in like somewhere near
That sounds
Iran.
miserable.
And they were months over schedule. Apparently, they were starting to run out of food, so they were having to ration the food. Apparently, some of the food was like going like bad, like rotting. The toilets were overflowing. Everything was like the conditions were just gross. And so there were stories of a couple of them trying to jump overboard, and this was all leaking out to the news in like the last week or two.
What do they do when they jump overboard? Like to kill themselves, or like
I think
I could be an idiot, but
Well, I think for some of them, I think maybe the thought was like, I'm going to try to swim away. And then I
Whoa.
think for some, they did just want to kill themselves. Like there was one guy where it was confirmed. I think it was confirmed.
okay, so this is like incredibly like shitty conditions, basically.
Yeah, I mean, one of them, he was apparently the wife of his wife went on the news and was talking about it, that he was in the Navy for 13 years. So he wasn't like some new recruit that like just couldn't cut, that was like, oh, this is harder than I thought, I'm going to kill myself. Like this was a guy who was in the Navy for 13 years. He jumped off because he was like, I'm losing my mind. I can't do this.
Wow.
So that's just some context. This is a clip of a Fox News host who we love. His name's Joey Jones, and he's basically talking about this story and is basically saying like, hey, you know, sailors, like toughen up, stop being pussies.
Right.
But I'll play it so you can hear it. It's crazy. Wait 1 second. Here we go.
I mean, how weak are you on TV complaining about tuna and noodles? I'm sorry. You volunteered to serve your country. You can come back, get out of the military, and do like all of these Democrat veterans and complain about it and make commercials and be a sellout if you want to and come up with a new way of doing things. The last Democrat president that I remember that was deploying troops, Barack Obama, had the Army going to Iraq on patrol bases for 15 months at a time, eating MREs. I'm sorry, but you're a sitting duck on a patrol base in Iraq, in Afghanistan, a heck of a lot more than you are on a fortified Navy ship sitting in the water. You might have got bored, and I'm sorry. We did have more fun getting in firefights, I'll say that. But to sit there and say that it was terrible because you had a corn dog and a hot dog, I would have traded a block of C4 to the Taliban for a hot dog by about July 2010. I just do not understand the mentality. If this is a representation of who our military is now, and I'm not saying it is, but there's at least enough for some of these trash rags to print about it. If this is who we are, we're just Rome sitting here waiting to burn. We've got nothing left.
I'll cut it off there.
Were Rome sitting here waiting to burn because they were stuck on a ship with limited food supply?
Yeah. Yeah, he's saying we're Rome waiting here sitting to burn because our military is full of pussies.
I'm sorry, sitting on a ship for that long sounds literally like one of the circles of Dante's Inferno. It
Yeah,
sounds
for
so
what is
miserable.
that? Fucking like 7 or 8 months?
Yeah.
And the food's
You
going bad?
guys are so fucking stupid. You should enjoy the ship.
He's like, I'm sorry.
You ever
but-
heard of catching some sun? Go put some sunscreen on and get out there, man.
Yeah, he's talking about like it's a yacht party.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, I was on a base. You're out there on a boat with
Yeah.
the boys.
Yeah.
You should be thankful. You're having fun out there.
You guys don't like it that we gave you a scintilla of rice for every meal? What the fuck? Most communities would be happy to have a scintilla.
Yeah, it's like
They love that.
it's crazy to be a Fox News host and your take is like the military are pussies now.
Yeah.
They love the military. That's like their last thing now. Like they've literally ruined everything. Trump
Yeah.
has gone back on everything he said that he was going to do.
I know.
The only thing that they have had in the last few months is like, yeah, but our military, they're really giving it to them. They're fighting. Those are our boys. And now that's how you know like Fox News conservatives are fully losing the plot.
Yeah,
It's
a little bit.
because now they're turning on and going like, oh, well, the military's pussies now. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
No one has any real opinions because I'm going to say this. So when Bush was president, everyone was super the left was very anti-war and they were like, why are we doing Iraq? Blah, 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 especially. And I get that. But then when Biden was president and we were going to Ukraine, everyone had Ukrainian flags out. Yes. And all of a sudden the left became, oh, we love war. And guess what? Trump ran on a policy that he was anti-war. And then all of a sudden conservatives became super America first and anti-war. Not a traditional conservative platform. Most conservatives from especially pre-2008 were very pro going into other countries and enforcing Americanism and nationalism.
Yep.
Now everything's shifting again. All of a sudden, the left is very anti-war. They're pissed off we're in Iran. Where were you guys when we were going into Ukraine? And a lot of people on the right were like, I don't know that this is necessarily necessary. We're funding a lot of wars that don't have anything to do with us. Nobody who is politically sound has any real opinions.
Well, it just shows you that like the whole idea of like left and right, Democrat, conservative, it doesn't matter because every few years they completely switch.
Yes.
Every year they completely switch, but nothing changes.
No. So
like
now,
every year they switch their opinion on war, but yet we continue to still be in wars. And then your friends will tell you like, hey man, you're a centrist. Well, you're wasting your votes.
Yes.
And it's like, no, they both suck.
Do you know how...
And also the whole Ukraine thing, I remember that, dude.
Yes.
I remember a friend, someone that I knew in like high school, more of an acquaintance, right when that was happening, posted something and it was like, they literally were like, we need to be sending more weapons, more troops to Ukraine. We need to help them.
And you're like, bro, you're a hippie that smokes pot every day.
Yeah.
When are you super pro?
No, it was a chick, a female comedian who was saying this, and I was like, then you go.
Right.
I was like, you saying that, and I know you think this, the inference or whatever, like what you're implying is like, let's send some men over there to go fucking die in Ukraine.
Right.
I'm like, hey lady, you go do it.
I love in this.
You get a gun, you go
this
fight.
This ship thing is, do you know how much like pain you have to go through to be like, oh, my only option right now is to jump overboard and find like land?
Yes.
Like that's how much they're probably being tortured.
Dude, a guy who
And by the way, my best friend is in the military. Military training is torture.
Yeah,
It's
my brother
lot
was a
of work.
Marine. He said it was
Yes.
so hard.
So these people must have been really, really fucking down bad to decide to jump overboard on a ship like this.
Yes.
And now Fox is like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're not happy with what we're giving you? Yeah, when did the military turn so pussy? And it's like, dude, you're a talking point. You don't have a real opinion on it.
You're a talking head. You literally have his... And it's like, it's just insane that that's his take. It's like, dude. And he goes on later to say like, back in World War II, they weren't complaining. Yeah. They were there fighting. They didn't complain and they weren't wussies about it. And it's like, no, dude, there are plenty of historical accounts. They were complaining.
Nobody's working anymore.
Yeah, it's such
it's
bullshit.
It's like the military version of like what my grandfather does. He's like,
yeah.
Well, back in my day, we had a fucking house by the time we were 25 and 4 kids, and we were supporting them going to work every day. It's like, yeah. Also, everything was a lot cheaper back
well, it's like,
then.
yeah, you also had a factory in your town that every man worked in,
right?
And had a steady guaranteed job, guaranteed pay, because it was a factory in your town.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the factory's in fucking Bhutan.
Hop overboard on the ship, take a swim, and realize how good things are, okay? When you're in the Strait of Hormuz. Hormuz is beautiful on a summer day. It's August right now. Get out of Hormuz.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You see some seagulls. You do some bird watching.
Yeah, enjoy it. Most people don't get to be in Hormuz, okay?
Yeah, you Top Gun. You play some volleyball with the boys.
Yeah, fuck it. Get out there. Go on the water. Yeah, he really thinks it's a Carnival cruise. He's like, go on the water slide. What are we doing?
He's clearly never actually. He's like, oh, I'm a veteran. It's like he clearly isn't.
No, not at all.
He's like, what, you're eating corn dogs on the water slide?
Yeah.
Must be real hard.
Fucking who?
And it's like, no, they're trapped in like a metal box. The toilets are overflowing. The steak has gone rotten.
Yeah.
And they want to kill themselves.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, boo-hoo.
Don't they have entertainment night there? I heard Michael Bublé's on that boat. Yeah, he's ready tonight, 9 p.m. Go check him out.
I heard Nate Bargatze's doing a Hormuz tour. You know what? You're not going to laugh? You go see the Nate Bargatze Hormuz tour. Instead of crying and jumping off the boat, you pussies.
He's like, don't they have all oil over there? Get some oil. Start cooking. He thinks the oil is fucking olive oil over there.
It's like in Zoolander where they're doing like the gas station shower with the fucking oil.
Yeah.
He's like, isn't that what they're doing over there? It's so fucking insane to me. Yep. And especially the thing where he says it later where he's like, World War II, they weren't. It's like, no, they were complaining.
Yes.
But also, they were complaining, but a lot of them also at the time had like a sense of like moral duty. of like, we need to stop Japan and we need to stop Germany from taking over the world and killing people needlessly.
Right.
That was a sentiment at the time among the soldiers.
Right.
Now that doesn't exist anymore. Part of the reason that it's probably so difficult for them, it's one thing if you're sitting on a boat in terrible conditions because you're like, we need to go fight the good fight. We need to go stop these people from trying to take over the world. We need to stop Hitler. That's not the case now. So many of them are sitting on this boat literally going, why am I here?
What the fuck am I doing here?
And actually, that's another thing. I'll show you this. This was another thing I found online, a leaked photo that a journalist took of an airbase where basically, I was explaining this to Bo, but like, do you know in a car when like people will like write messages on like a dusty window?
Yeah.
This was the same thing, but it was on the wing of a plane that was stationed on this airbase. And I think a journalist took a photo of it, and you can clearly see that U.S. soldiers or someone on the base had written messages on the dust of like the plane, and you can see it. Literally, first one, it says BB's cucks,
Right.
which we know what that means. It's, you know. The other one says, be a good goy and do what Israel tells you. The other one says Operation Epstein Fury, which is hilarious. That guy should do an open mic night on the boat. Peace deal, all this for Holy Land. So basically, I mean, it just keeps going. I love Israel. I'm going to die. Like, so basically, that just
You think
shows
that
you.
was U.S. soldiers who wrote that?
I mean, it was on a fucking U.S. base. Unless, you know, like what, some fucking terrorist snuck over and wrote it.
I just don't even, because
I agree with you. It's hard to say who actually wrote that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are other instances of either videos or statements. And I'm not saying this is all of the army, but there are other videos and statements of U.S. soldiers being like, why are we here?
Right.
Like videos where they're like, we're just fighting this to like cover up Epstein, or we're just fighting this for this other country. Like, so that's definitely a sentiment in the military right now where they're like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? So it's like, that's part of the thing I'm saying is it's like, it's different in World War II because they all had kind of this united sense of like, we're doing this to like fight the good fight.
Right.
Nowadays, like they don't really have that. No one
Yeah,
knows
it's
why
hard to
we're
figure
there.
out what the good fight is.
So it's like, if you're sitting on a boat suffering, there's no like moral like thing in you that's like, well, I can suffer through this because we're going to save those kids or whatever. Because we're clearly not saving any kids in this operation.
It's the same thing with Palestine as is Iran. As is honestly incredibly conveyed in the movie Dictator about Kim Jong-un when they're trying to kill Kim Jong-un and someone's like, they're just going to find another person in charge.
Yeah.
The problem is, especially in Iran, a lot of these countries are so brainwashed that as soon as like, if you took out a dictator or something like that, their countries are so brainwashed, they've never ever been able to say anything bad, and they're fearful because a lot of times the government will kill their families, etc. So odds are the next person is just in the same regime. It's very, very hard to stop a regime from doing what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, especially also,
Which is why these wars are very challenging. You literally would have to go in and do a full. That's another thing. Like the problem with a lot of America's wars right now is it's the same thing with Vietnam. We just didn't have enough manpower to go all in. Like if we really wanted to, we could take over Iran if we went fucking balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like we wouldn't do that.
but no one here wants to do that.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's when you need congressional approval and stuff like that. It's just, it's tough.
Well, also, I mean,
We're all
this is just worth pointing out. Like you said, because you are right. It's like you kill one leader and the next person just steps in and they might
Right.
even be more radical.
Right.
Part of that also happens because the first, and I don't know if everyone knows this, but the first day of this war, literally the first day, we bombed the Ayatollah's house, Ayatollah Khomeini.
Killed him.
Who is like, he's like the spiritual leader of that country. Of
Right.
like that's similar, like he's the spiritual leader of like of Islam in Iran.
He's a pussy though. I would add.
Wait, it's like, yeah, I'm not even saying he's like, I'm not making any comments
Yeah, you're
about
just
his
saying
morality.
that's how they look
I'm
at
saying
him.
that's how they see him. That is like,
Right.
that's honestly like, and we did it on Ramadan, which is like one
Yeah,
of the
it's
like
kinda
most
fucked up.
sacred Islamic holidays. That's like killing the Pope on Easter.
Right.
That's literally like, that is a similar comparison.
Yeah.
So it's like, we do that. And it's like, yeah, that's why there's another person even more radical that'll take his place. Because
Yes,
it's like,
totally.
you just killed the Pope.
Here's the thing.
All that to say,
I'm
we're
gonna add
kind of
another layer to
not doing this well.
I can recognize that I think that this war is bullshit, but also sometimes the left will go, this war is bullshit. And I go, totally, I agree. And then they go, Iran's like, and then they start praising Iran. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Iran's a shitty fucking country.
Well, that's like, yeah.
And
That's like the same thing with like with the whole Ukrainian thing.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
people were like, well, we need to fight for them and it's for their freedom. And it's like, while that is also true, it's like, let's also look at the facts. Ukraine is, there's a lot of people in Ukraine that are like very racist.
Yeah.
And like it is very much like a white nationalist country.
By the way,
there is
lot
a
of
very
Eastern
strong
European into Asia countries with white people in them are like that.
Yes, no, there is
Most
a
of them
very
are.
there is a very strong like neo-Nazi presence
Yes.
in Ukraine. So it's like, and I'm not saying that to say like, oh, don't help them. Obviously, that's not
Right.
everyone, but it is just like this like fallacy that like liberals make, where they're like, you're like you said, they go so far where it's like Ukraine is we need to help them.
Yeah.
They're perfect. They're great, and it's like
No.
not exactly. Like
No,
we
they're
should.
not.
Maybe
No
we
co-
should help
no-
them, but
no
also
country in the whole
No.
earth ever has been perfect.
no. It's
Should we cover Mamdani speaking Chinese?
I mean, we could bring it up real
Yeah,
quick.
let's do it for like 5 minutes. I love that.
Mamdani,
Oh, Mamdani, I'm coming to get you.
Mamdani. Where is? Let me find this.
Mamdani looks like a great person to grab a beer. Good mayor. I'd argue no, but
He's like the smile sometimes is just a little too much. It's like, okay, buddy. Let's see this. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Where is it? Where he's speaking Chinese? Because I did see that clip and I was like, interesting.
or is it Mandarin? Is Chinese?
Or it could be. It could be Mandarin. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Mamdani, where is this video? Sorry, guys. 1 second. Just trying to find this clip.
I think I have it.
是 Mayor Zoran Mamdani。我不知道中文，可是我想试一下。纽约市政府将免费送出2000多张百老汇演出门票，请于8月17日之前访问以下网站，了解如何参加抽签。您还可以免费获得 The Theater Development Fund，为期2个月的。
Is this an ad for Shen Yun? What is this? The theater fund. Is he literally talking about Shen Yun right now?
Yeah.
What is this?
So this is a guy who's totally not corrupted by any other people. He has his own opinions for sure.
Well, this is an interesting one to me because, and it's not like a 1-to-1 comparison, but it is funny where like they'll ask him like anything having to do with like Israel or like Jewish people
and he's
in,
like,
in the community, and he's
fuck you
like,
guys.
well, and I again the take he had I kind of agree with before, where they were like, where would you go when you're if you were to become the mayor? Would you go to Israel? And he's like, I think I would stay here and worry about the people that live here.
And then Curtis Lee was like, I'm going. Wait, can you do a Curtis Lee?
no.
I'll just do it in my own voice. He's
What
like,
did he
I'm
say?
going to Israel. And you're like, Sliwa?
Yeah.
You're like,
Sliwa? Really?
what the fuck?
What is weird, because they all said that, and then they asked him, and he was like, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here because I'm the mayor of New York.
Pretty
and I'm-
sick fucking.
Which I was,
response.
which I was like, yeah, I respect that. That is, it's like, why should the mayor of New York go anywhere that's not New York?
Yeah.
And again, this isn't an exact comparison, but it is just funny to have that take. But then, like, also, you then become mayor, and then you're like releasing videos in Chinese.
What is he saying in this video?
I don't even know. He's talking about something about the theater fund. I'm honestly not sure.
I just find it like I wouldn't. Why would I need to do that? Like that's what I can't understand with stuff like this.
I mean, it's
Like,
tricky.
If I was
Well,
talking to
it's tr-
Chinese people, I would just do the translation.
Oh, he
below.
said it's I think it's promoting free Broadway tickets to New York students.
Okay, but why didn't he just do it in
China.
in
He did one in
English?
Chinese and one in Spanish to announce over 2,000 free Broadway tickets for high school students.
Interesting.
It is just like, I don't know. It is strange because he's like, I'm here. I wouldn't go to Israel. I'm gonna stay here.
That's Democrat grifting.
But then he's
the same
putting
way
out a video.
Republicans grift all the time. That
Yes.
is you grifting. Why are you speaking Chinese?
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing that.
Well, it's like
No
that
one-
is this to me. It kind of feels like doing like UFC on the lawn.
Yeah.
He's got like it's just a song and dance for like your just bread and butter Republicans that are like
Yeah.
fucking monster trucks, beer, and
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
wrestling.
yeah.
And then like some like white liberal in Brooklyn's like, oh, he's speaking Chinese. Wow, clock it.
Yeah.
Girly pop, China.
He's so fucking. He loves Chinese people.
And it's just like,
ooh, we love Chinese people.
he's like, oh, China.
yeah, so ran.
Oh my
fuck yeah.
God. He's speaking Chinese.
Oh, wow, he likes the Knicks and the Chinese.
Oh my God. Dude, yeah. It's like people who like, it's like literally people in Brooklyn that don't even care about basketball
Yeah,
or
you could-
China. And they're like, oh my God, Knicks and Chinese.
You could literally, you could literally not know. There's people who don't know a single thing that he stands for. They just know he likes the Knicks. They know he's Chinese and they know he's anti-billionaires. And they're like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it is just kind of
By the
like,
way, 3 things that I'm for. Like, yeah, billionaires. Like, why do you need $1 billion? Doesn't make any sense.
I think it just
Doesn't.
I'm torn on this one because it's like there are obviously Chinese people that live in New York City and they speak. I'm assuming he's speaking like Mandarin or something, and you know he's speaking a language that they speak. But there is something about it that just feels very.
This is America and we speak English.
That is kind of, and like people hate to hear that, but that is a little bit.
No, people do hate to hear that. I know it's like an unpopular opinion, but like if I moved to Spain and was living there for a while, I'd probably try to learn Spanish. That's what they speak mostly in that country.
But that is also the thing is it's like almost any other country, like the leader is just going to speak that language. They might speak English because that is very much like a global language, and I guess Mandarin is too, but
English is probably the most global language, right?
Probably.
Yep.
But I mean, like in terms of the numbers, I mean, maybe not because there's like, 3 billion Chinese people or whatever. But it is just like, it does, like I first saw that and it just immediately I was like, oh, this is very much just pandering.
Yep. That's
Like it very much just feels like pandering.
it's panda-ing. Oh,
We're going to end it right there, folks.
that's it. That's the pod.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening,
We'll be back
folks.
next week. We did a long one.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Ooh, we're going to chop it up with some clips.
Hell yeah.
All
Have
right,
a
see
good
you
night, guys. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No, just
I got
listen to the
nothing
pod.
too. I'm performing at the Stand on Thursday.
Yeah, dude, that's
10 p.m.
awesome.
Yeah,
I have
pretty
no
pumped.
emotion, so.
Anyways, we'll see y'all later. Have
Later.
a good one.